She never imagined this could happen. But the moment you stop caring, everything changes. Suddenly, she's caught in a whirlwind of emotions, doubt, confusion, and regret, that feels impossible to escape. It's not just your absence that shakes her. It's the psychological shift that flips her entire world upside down. Stay with me, because we're diving deep into the emotional journey she goes through when you pull away and how this transformation shifts the balance in ways she never expected. The initial shock hits her like a bolt of lightning on a clear day, jarring and impossible to ignore. For weeks or even longer, she's reeling. You've been her constant, her rock, the steady presence she could rely on. But now, that foundation is gone, leaving her standing on unsteady ground. It's not only the loss of your attention, but the stark realization that her sense of control has evaporated. She questions everything. Why did this happen? Was she not enough? Did she do something wrong? No matter how much she tries to act unbothered, deep down, she feels the sting of this sudden change, a sting sharp enough to shake her confidence and leave her spiraling. After the shock, denial becomes her shield. She convinces herself that you're just busy or distracted, that your distance is only temporary. Her mind creates stories to soften the blow. Maybe you're stressed, or perhaps you're giving her space. During this phase, she might reach out in subtle ways, sending a casual text with hidden meaning or posting something on social media meant to catch your attention. But as your silence stretches on, her denial starts to crack. Slowly, she begins to see the truth. This isn't a passing phase, it's a choice you've made. Once denial fades, the blame game begins. At first, she blames you for the change. Why are you acting this way? How could you just pull away? Venting to friends, she seeks validation, wanting to hear she's right and you're wrong. But this outward frustration doesn't last. It turns inward, and she starts questioning herself. Was she too needy? Did she take you for granted? Could she have done something differently? The weight of this self-blame is heavy, forcing her to confront deeper truths she may have avoided. The blame game transitions seamlessly into overthinking. Her mind becomes a relentless loop of what ifs and why didn'ts. Every interaction and conversation becomes a puzzle she's desperate to piece together. She replays moments in her mind, searching for clues she missed. Did your tone change? Were there signs she ignored? Even her actions become hyper-calculated as she scrutinizes every move, hoping to find clarity. Your silence becomes a blank canvas, and she fills it with endless scenarios, each one amplifying her emotional turmoil. As the overthinking consumes her, a craving for validation takes hold. Your absence has created a void, and she's determined to fill it. It's no longer just about wanting you back. It's about proving she still has the power to capture your attention. Small gestures, liking your posts, sending casual texts, become strategic attempts to gauge your reaction. Yet the more distant you remain, the more she fixates on winning you back. Ironically, your lack of response only deepens her longing, creating a paradox where the less you give, the more she craves. Eventually, this emotional storm pushes her toward self-reflection. She begins to question her own role in what happened, replaying every moment with brutal honesty. Did she smother you? Was she too focused on herself? This stage forces her to confront uncomfortable truths about her behavior and its impact on the relationship. Your silence, now a mirror, reflects the things she overlooked or took for granted. It's a painful process, but it plants the seeds for growth. As the tension builds, it eventually erupts in an emotional outburst. Bottled up frustration and regret spill over, often in a wave of tears, anger, or desperation. She may reach out again, not just for answers but for validation, proof that her feelings still matter. But if you maintain your calm and distance, it forces her to navigate this storm alone. It's a pivotal moment where she begins to understand that her usual emotional patterns no longer affect you in the same way. In the aftermath, longing and nostalgia set in. She begins to idealize the past, focusing on the good moments while minimizing the bad. Old texts, photos, and memories become bittersweet reminders of what once was. The void left by your absence feels larger, as she realizes the emotional connection she once had with you is no longer accessible. This longing grows stronger with time, making her wish she had done things differently. This longing may lead to a desire to reconnect. The inner conflict is palpable. She knows she should respect your boundaries, but the pull to reach out is almost irresistible. She approaches cautiously, testing the waters with subtle hints or direct communication. What she seeks is not just a response, but confirmation that she still holds a place in your life. Whether you choose to engage or not, This moment becomes a turning point in her emotional journey. Finally, after all the emotional turmoil, she reaches acceptance. It's not about forgetting you or erasing the pain, but about acknowledging that the relationship has changed and cannot return to what it once was. This bittersweet clarity allows her to start letting go, focusing on healing and moving forward. Through this process, she gains strength and self-awareness, learning lessons that will shape her future relationships. If you found this insight valuable, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more thought-provoking content. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.